Hello, hi, and welcome to this episode of the Mandy Mayer podcast. As per usual, you know what it's about. You are a regular listener. Thank you very much for being here. If you are new, this podcast is all about health, fat loss, you achieving your health and fat loss and fitness goals as I share some tips and advice that I used on my 40 kilogram fat loss expedition. In today's episode, I'm going to be talking to you about a very simple concept that you can start implementing into your nutritional plan as you move forward. And it's really going to help that you have a combination of some of your fun foods, but then also a combination of some of your nutrient-dense foods. And that simple concept, my friends, is called snack pairing. Now, I know many of you probably already pair your snacks, but for some of you, this might be a new concept, or it might just be the little nudge that you need to start pairing your fun foods with your nutrient-dense foods to create that balance as you move forward. Now, before I proceed, I always want you to know that there's absolutely nothing wrong with incorporating just a plain donut, if that's what you feel like, or just a plain bowl of ice cream, if that's what you feel like. One thing we do need to remind ourselves of as you move forward on your health and fat loss expedition is sometimes there has to be moderation. Not always are you going to be able to eat what you want when you want if fat loss is your goal. There really has to be that line of moderation that takes place within your nutrition plan so that you can progress forward when it comes to your health and fat loss goals. So if it does feel like every single time you are incorporating a fun food into your plan, but it's just not hitting the spot when it comes to your actual hunger levels, then snack pairing is a potential way forward for you. It's a really good way forward to have something of a fun food nature as well as having something of a nutrient dense nature. So you're getting that enjoyment from your fun food, but you're also being kept full at the same time because you're pairing your snack with something else, or you're pairing your fun food with something nutrient dense to create that game changer of a snack. So what are some examples of snack pairing? Let's say, for example, you feel like having some chocolate, but you don't necessarily want to have the entire chocolate or the entire slab of chocolate, but you want to have that chocolate or some of that chocolate in your plan, and you want to be able to proceed forward without eating the entire slab of chocolate. What you could essentially do then is take a certain or a controlled amount of that chocolate that you want to have, so some of your favorite fun food, and add it to something like plain yogurt, for example, or a bowl of plain yogurt and a few lower calorie fruits, for example. Now what you're doing is you're adding a fun food, but you're also adding your nutrient dense food, and that snack with all of those foods, it's going to, number one, give you enjoyment, but number two, it's also going to help with your satiety levels. Another example will be of something that I recently ate, and it really helped in the moment that I didn't eat the entire packet of biltong. So for people that are from South Africa or have been to South Africa, you'll know what biltong is. Essentially, it's just dried meat. That's what it is, okay? But your biltong does come higher in calories. So there's a lot of calories within your biltong because it's higher in fats. So what I did was I bought a fat-free plain cottage cheese, and I mixed the biltong, some of that biltong, with the cottage cheese. So now I'm getting my healthy fats through the biltong, and I'm getting protein, through the cottage cheese, okay? What is going to keep you fuller than that? Besides the entire whole meal of everything else. But as a snack, that is a snack that's really going to help keep you fuller for a longer period of time because it's really high in protein and it's got those fats that come with the biltong. And I know what would have happened if I didn't have the cottage cheese with the biltong. I would have probably eaten the entire packet of biltong because I would have just sat there and I would have just eaten and eaten and eaten. And when I looked again, that packet of biltong would have been finished. But what I did was I actually took some of the biltong out of the packet, some of the cottage cheese out of the container and I put it into a small little bowl and I looked at it, I'm like, there we go, Mandy. That's your snack. And because it was a combination of what I just discussed, it really, really did help that I didn't eat the entire packet of biltong, because had I eaten the entire packet of biltong, the calories would have been through the roof. But I balanced it out with adding something that's higher in volume but lower in calories. And that's essentially what your snack pairing is having something nice, for the lack of better words. So maybe something that is higher in calories, something more of your favorite type of food, sweet thing, for example, and then adding it with something that is higher in volume but lower in calories. And a lot of the times you want to try and pair your favorite fun food with something a little bit higher in protein, because just like that, that's going to keep you fuller for a longer period of time and you're getting the best of both worlds. So if you haven't tried pairing your snacks yet, or snack pairing, I would strongly suggest that you play around with a couple of ideas for yourself when it comes to mixing some of your favorite foods with some more nutrient dense foods. It could be something as simple as having half of your chocolate and then putting it on the plate with some apple slices. Or it could be taking some sweets, maybe jelly tots, maybe jelly babies, taking them out of the packet, putting them on a little plate, and then on the other side of that little plate next to your sweets, putting something like fruit, like raspberries, blueberries, or blackberries, for example. So you're getting all that fiber that comes with the fruit that you are having at a little bit of a lower calorie rate, but you're still having something that you maybe initially wanted to have, such as the jelly babies or the marshmallows or whatever it is. So essentially your snack pairing for a snack, as best as a snack can be, it's going to be satiating and it's going to be satisfying. It's a win-win combination. On that note, I'm going to love and leave you like I usually do. Keep smiling, keep laughing, and keep being kind to one another. Much love, your friend who also likes to pair her snacks, Mandy.